This is the home session tutorial for doing a trigger session at home. The first exercise is going to be the push-up. Now when you do the push-up, you want to get in push-up position, which is just extending your arms and putting your feet together behind you. You want to make sure those shoulders come back, the chest is out, that way you get a nice good full stretch of the chest as you come down. As you can see, I'm doing these reps rather fast. That's what we want. We want to make sure they're fast, 10 to 20 reps. Also make sure that that dip is not too much. We don't want to see those hips come down before your body, okay? If you can't do a push-up, you can go ahead and do one of these, which is a push-up on your knees. Just make sure that those hips are not dropping before your body. You can see that I'm flat all the way from my head to my knees, and all I'm doing is hinging on my knees to come down. The next exercise is the bodyweight squat. Now in a lot of these sessions I have the bodyweight squat as a part of it, and nothing has changed. We want to make sure that we sit back, we get a nice good stretch, we're staying on the heels, we're reaching out as we come down, not arching our back really, but just bringing those arms forward, still trying to keep the shoulders back. And then when we come up, we want to bring those arms back to squeeze the shoulder blades together, just so that we practice good form. We want to make sure those feet are also shoulder width apart. We don't want them too far or too close. If you are unable to do a bodyweight squat, you have a couple of options, two of which are the TRX squat and the box squat, which I demonstrate in another YouTube video. Or you can just hold onto a chair and do your squats, a chair for balance or some sort of surface that you can hold onto for balance. Or you can do one of these. This is a reverse lunge, okay? All you're doing is stepping backwards into a lunge position and then coming back up. You're gonna probably want to just do 10 reps of these, as it will be pretty fatiguing, but at least a little bit easier on balance if you can't do a bodyweight squat. The next exercise is a 30-second plank. Now with the 30-second plank, we want to make sure that we set our body up so that we're on our elbows. I like to make a little triangle. And then what we're going to do is round our back and tuck our hips in, okay? You can see that I am not flat, okay? I am not flat. I'm actually rounding my back and tucking my hips in. This is to ensure that we are actually activating the core. I also want you to kind of squeeze inward. So I'm pressing down with my upper body and pressing down with my lower body so that I'm applying as much pressure as possible down and into my core, bringing those hips forward as much as possible. We're going to hold this. Make sure you just hold position for the full 30 seconds. Now I also understand that some of you may not be able to do a bodyweight plank, and if you cannot, this is another option that you can do. Go ahead and lay on your back, and what you're going to do is go ahead and reach forward, rounding the back just a little bit as you reach on top of your kneecaps, okay? This is actually going to force you to engage the core, and go ahead when you come back, bring those shoulders back, bring the chest out, tighten up your lower back a little bit so you get a stretch in the core. This one you can do a good 10 to 20 reps, and just make sure that you are activating the core. Do not umph up. Make sure it's a contraction. It's a nice controlled squeeze. Now I tried to make sure with all these exercises that you could do it with your body weight. That way if you had to do this at home with no equipment, you could. But let me go ahead and give some modifications for you if you can't. For the push-ups, if you can't do those bodyweight push-ups, go ahead and use a surface. So a chair, a bed, something that you can have a little bit of an incline on so it's easier. For the core, for the planks, you can do planks in push-up position, and you can also get something like a physio ball. If it's too hard to do those crunches on the ground, you can use a physio ball and do those crunches on that. If you have any questions or need any clarifications, please contact me.